The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Lloyd. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Fresh set of downs here. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They'll look to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it's good enough for a Tennessee first down. Wow, what a gutsy call. If you're the defense, opening drive, you just got the stop, or at least you think, and then boom, right back on the field.
Let's be aggressive. Let's go get them. And now defensively, they've got to be writing notes to themselves. In practice, work on fake punts right out of the gate because that was really unexpected.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lloyd. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
To throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Lloyd. And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it.
False start, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They run a draw here on second down. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. And an alley to run. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 121 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Second down following the run. From the gun, Levy, wide open receiver, complete. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
To throw on second down, Levy. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They run the counter now on first down. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fix what was wrong with them in the last game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very low. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Brett Kern now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And now here's a carry heading left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39!
Off play action. Levy. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Levy. And he's going to go down again. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, that's Griffith. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll look to set up his blockers. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Love the effort, love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now let's go.
On 3rd down, Levy. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
All right, here we go. Leopard!
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the two defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
The Titans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards there and a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he's brought down. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's go.
shows a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And this is going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Throwing on first down, Levy. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here we go now.
On first down, Levy. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Levy, and this is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Let's go.
Throwing on third and long. Levy, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. First down, Titans, gain of 12. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Third down. That's Griffith. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Taken in at the 22. Oh, he shifts past him. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On 1st and 10, Levy. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The final shot before break. Levy. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead in the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. Both the Panthers and the Titans haven't had a reliable run game so far. The push up front has not been there, and you have to give credit to both defenses on that front. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Titans have it midway through one. He stays up the middle on the run, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Panthers take it at the 6. Levy's under pressure and throws the pick. Miles is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Midway through the second quarter, defense will win the battle and get the sack. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Down to late in the second. Defense will get to the QB here. This goes for a loss of 9. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you up to North Carolina for the second half with Brandon and Charles. Gents.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
He's going to float this one deep right side, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Drake. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
In the red zone this time. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They run a draw here on 2nd down, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Levy. And Corliss has it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? after, able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To throw on second down, Levy. And he's got room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. That one good for 10 yards. And just like that, it's third down. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 30.
Operating from the gun. Levy throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And some room to run now. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete, Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. On the give, this is their fullback. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, that's Fisher. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taking it about the 36. Fighting down past the 45. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And some space here. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looking to throw. And the Titans are in for 6. Touchdown.
Now the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Levy. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunky yardage picked up there.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Green 39. Green.
Throwing on first down. Levy. Quick throw. That's complete on the inside slam. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. So here we go. 1st and 10 now. From the gun, Levy. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. To throw on second down. Levy. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Levy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Brett Kern now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far.
Let's go! Green 39!
On 1st down, Levy. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hang on now! 3-19!
Throwing again. Levy. He's got a man. that's caught left sideline. That one goes for 24 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Levy. An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Second down now after the incompletion. To throw again. Levy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, Levy. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Levy. And he fires one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Levy. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I don't know.
seemed to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
On the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
All right, here we go. 3,
Now the fullback, it's the Alabama product, Charleston Fowler. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Tennessee, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.